This was a wonderful introduction. I guess that will save my 2 to 3 minutes in my presentation overall. See, along with Kaustubh, I would thank Deepak also for providing this platform, and of course, Dr. Rajeshri ma'am and Dr. Wak sir for giving us this opportunity to share and talk to the students. In fact, uh, thank you, friends, for joining in. In fact, as Kaustubh mentioned, I've already started this company 2 3 years back, and prior to this, I worked in corporates for about 10 to 12 years into not only the typical cinema background, but it is a cinema advertising space. So we've been selling cinema advertising space in terms of the media space in the market to the corporates as well as the retail clients. I want to start my presentation. I'll just share this screen. See, I'm here to give my entrepreneurial view on the current situations, that is the pandemic situation which we all are going through. I'll talk about the pre-pandemic situations and its impact on the startups or the small businesses and the post-pandemic scenario also. And also we'll be discussing on the few opportunities. Wink Media Solutions, we are dealing into non-traditional media. See, I want to give all practical and live examples so that students can also understand and they can also relate how this pandemic thing has affected uh, to the small businesses, from the small businesses to the corporates. In fact, see, we are dealing into non-traditional medias, means we are selling space in cinemas, multiplexes, the online space, offline space, or airport branding options, digital indoor and outdoor options across multiple venues, from corporates to premium hangout places to ground level corporates also. We are doing BTL activities in societies and corporates. What is happening to all these venues now? Everything is shut. So when we were doing business pre-pandemic, everything was operational. We used to provide target audience and touch points. So that time there was no problem. But after the March, everything is shut. So now we are also one of the major businesses which got impacted. I will cover on the startup. Let's look at the startup ecosystem in the nation. As on 2018, India had 50,000 startups and ventures within the nation. Look at the scenario before the pandemic: 50,000, 2018, and 2019 we've added 18%. 2019 we've added 15% new startup got added. That is 1,300 or 1,400 startup got added. That means daily 2 to 3 startups have started coming into place. We have a Bangalore as a city which comes as a 5 fastest growing startup cities in the world, which is also a proud thing for us. And now let's look at the post pandemic thing. 70% of the startups got directly impacted. 12% startups, 12% businesses are standstill. There are a lot of startups where operations are stuck. In fact, they are not able to operate anything because of this pandemic situation. 33% of the startups stop getting funding. That means they are able to function, but they are not getting funding. So they are also impacted. Uh, there are few startups, I would say about 500, 600 Indian startups. They have found their ways into this pandemic situations. They are able to survive. So these are the health related startups. So you must have seen the startups or applications who are doing self assessment. There are applications into who are providing you the bed counts in these situations. They are who are providing the quarantine locations, who are doing the body checkup also on their own. So these are the few startups who have found the opportunities during these pandemic situations. I want you to understand. See, everyone is talking about the recession, slowdown, and everyone is comparing. Okay, the 2008 we've seen recession. 2020 is also there is a pandemic thing, but there is a huge difference in 2008 recession and 2020 recession also. 2008 recession was a systematic recession. It came slowly. In fact, it was not a sudden recession or sudden the standstill thing which we are facing in 2020. The one positive thing of 2020 slowdown is it is not linked with any economic reason. It's a big virus which is having which is causing the slowdown. Once the vaccine is out, we can see the industry bouncing back in a V shape. In fact, they have to bounce back. There's no other option because a lot of industries from small scale to the larger scales have been impacted. 2008, there are like Airbnb and Uber shot up in popularity across the West because they found their opportunity in that space. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is, even if there is a recession, be it a financial related recession, be it a health related recessions, there will be opportunities. It is not that like everything is standstill. So what we are doing, in fact, practically everyone is finding a new normal to get back to the business. So I'll just give you some examples how. So if you see cinema, once the cinema opens up, they are ready with the new normal thing. That means there will be a sitting arrangement where alternate sitting arrangement can be done. So France has already done this sitting arrangement, and they are ready with the cinemas. In fact, even in India also, we will see the same kind of sitting arrangement plus paperless entry, paperless ticketing, and a lot of digitalization. So they are ready, so they are not stopping anywhere. We have seen on the movie business a lot of movies they were ready for releasing, they've released on OTT platform. They were not waiting for the multiplex to start. In fact, they were also facing some problems. So these are the alternatives everyone is looking up to. At my company, what we are doing, as we already discussed about the venues, most of our venues where we advertise are shut, and they will be the last one to open also. Cinema space, if the cinema is already closed, we cannot advertise, we cannot convince. Even if they open, we cannot convince. Digital indoor and outdoor thing, all the touch points are closed. Airports is also, even if they are open, we are not having the kind of audience what we used to have earlier, so we're not able to convince our advertisers to advertise at the airport space. Similarly, BTL activities at the corporate and in the societies, we are facing issues because of the restrictions. So now what we are doing now, we are surviving. What is the survival model for us? Radio and digital. So during this lockdown, we have seen only radio and TV and digital mediums. These are the operational things. So you are available. In fact, radio listenership have gone up to 22% in these 4 months. That's how brand, if someone wants to advertise, they can reach out to the audience through radio also. And digital, we've seen all the verticals are going digital, right from the schools, parents, and each and everyone is on the net these days. So that is the biggest platform where we are able to reach out to the targeted audience. So these are the certain mediums where we are actually planned, and this is how they are helping us to survive. One thing I want you to understand about this situation, we all are in the same storm, but we are not in the same boat. What is means? In fact, this means the situation for us is everyone is having different situation because one second. Can you see the slide?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Yeah. So businesses having different impacts as per their own capacity. Some of the businesses are impacted because of the geographical thing. Some of the businesses are impacted because of the financial thing. So we all will survive. That's not a problem. So that's the thing which that's a positive thing we want to see. Now we want to see the opportunities and what are the opportunities for students who will be passing out, young entrepreneurs, which are the areas where we can see the opportunities. This digital marketing or digital space is the big area. In fact, we need to find different verticals where we can align digital thing, or we can actually develop new skills through this. these days you have seen parents are sitting at the home, they are taking classes, they are allowing their children to do the online classing also. If we have plan for them, that is also a opportunity for us, because next 3 to 4 months they will be sitting at home. So if you have anything planned for them, they can become your target audience. You can actually ask them to go digital and help them to do anything what you want to in fact do it to them. You can work on the content creation. There are a lot of artists, starving artists, where we can actually in fact develop our skills. A lot of people have their own skills, they can develop their skills, they can come on the web and show their skills, and probably they can make money out of it. Similarly, if you learn to learn social marketing or digital marketing, can help retailers also to bring their businesses online, because they are not able to do this offline. Health and fitness category is also shaping up very well, because most of the people are sitting at home, and and they are started realizing the benefits of health and fitnesses. Probably you can help in this area also. Software solutions is also a big thing, because everything is now technology driven. So if you want to explore anything, you will have greater big opportunities in software solutions as well. Gardening, this is very small area, but yes, in fact this can also, there are about 20 to 30% startup in Pune also. We've seen they have developed their gardening. You can in fact you can do the gardening and help them. There is an opportunity in esports and gaming also, for students and for other people who want entertainment. You can help them. Similarly, athletics, virtual reality is a big space where these days real estate guys are not able to in fact they are not able to sell their products because of the pandemic thing. Virtual reality, you can help these guys by developing virtual reality and give them solutions accordingly. Coming back to the education, so education again, education, we've seen all the lectures, all the meetings, everything is happening online. uh, Same thing can be extended if you give them more skills. So we've covered the digital part. So all these verticals where with the help of digital skills, we can actually pull agricultural part is also having good potential in the pandemic thing. And next big thing is gig economy. Lot of many companies are in fact not willing to do a full-time employment because of the cost cuttings and all. So as in fact we discussed some time back, freelancers or project partner associates will have opportunities. Even for students also, if they have time, they can do a part-time job with startups also, or with any of the big companies, where because coming 1 year to 2 year, we will have lot of company offering this freelancing thing or project partners association. Even at our level also, we are doing project partners at different cities. We don't want to hire full-time staff or full-time employment. We are working with this project partners, and that is also saving cost and working in a big way for us. A lot of people ask about see, since I come from the corporate background and I'm doing I mean I'm into startup also. So people have these questions: which is the better space, which is the better space to get into or work with. I would say uh, go with the growing company instead of getting into MNC. Also work with the growing companies. There are certain upsides and downsides of working with small companies. If you work with the small company or a startup, you will have a lot of responsibilities, there will be more challenges, there will be role changes also. Like today you are doing HR work, tomorrow you will have to do marketing work also, and probably next day you will have to do sales also. So you'll be exposed to all three verticals. You will have to solve your problems on your own. There won't be any senior managers or full-time assistants. So you will have to learn your skills on your own and develop the you will get to experiment a lot if you're working with the small companies. You probably won't be managed or assisted throughout, because you will be handling multiple roles. And if you just see, by doing this, if the overall startup succeeds, you will become a part of that story. That's the upside. That will become a life changing event for you. Some of the disadvantages working with the small companies would be, you will not have that kind of a brand recognitions which everyone wants to aspire, because students wants to pass out, they always see they want to work with bigger brands or something, but that is not the case in the smaller cases. You will have a limited resources, so obviously as we've seen, you'll have to do multitasking, so you cannot see like I have a this fixed set of role I want to do. That won't happen in this company, in the smaller companies. There will be challenge on your balancing work life and personal life, because when it comes to startups, you'll have to work, there won't be 9 to 5 type work schedules, you'll have to work full time. So these are the certain things which will be there while selecting big company versus the small company. So this is it from my side. If you have any queries, I have mentioned my contact number and email ID. If you want to work in the non-traditional space, you can actually contact me. If you want to understand anything, so you can just note it down.